What's going on, everybody? Tiger R Zone 84 here. I remember that thing. Anyway, we got today Super Puzzle Fighter 2X for matching service. And yeah, let's hit the start button here. I guess it's not registering. Yeah, anyway, I got this game, and this is one of my top favorite games for the Sega Dreamcast. It's just definitely in a top 50 list. I don't know if it's on a top 10, but I kind of have a mental list of favorite games for the NTSC. You know, like MDK2, Super Magnetic Neo, and Pen Pen Triicelon. They're definitely in my top 10. But this is definitely in my top 10 of Japanese import games. This is puzzle goodness. And as we all know, Retro Game Bookcase Reviews loves puzzle games. And I'm reeling from my TrackMan. That game was unplayable, it was broken, and it was a long review. It took longer than I thought it would. And I don't know how long this will take, but it's a favorite. And it's a crowd favorite. I've played this with people before, and we always kind of keep going back to it. This is just, it looks a lot like columns, but it's jewels, and of course the pieces turn into bigger pieces as you play, and it's simple, it's addictive, and it's one of my favorite puzzle games ever. And there's not really that much special about it. It's just kind of a, puzzle game that Street Fighter kind of took. It's kind of like a, Capcom, product. They just kind of put their little characters on there and made them little baby characters. I'm always a big fan of like Muppet Babies and Flintstones kids and just the baby iterations of more popular franchises. Like there's probably more if I can think about it, but I don't know. I'm frustrated by when I try to talk about Muppet Babies with people. People just, they're dumbfounded. I remember Muppet Babies, gosh darn it. This is Super Puzzle Fighter 2X, and it's kind of a parody of puzzle games because there was never a 1X. There was never a first one, and this, Street Fighter series, there was like Fighting Street, or Street Fighter 1 was not popular, and then Street Fighter 2 was like, everybody knows that one. So I guess they're making fun of that because there's not a Super Puzzle Fighter 1. There's just not one. They're totally making a joke out of all this, so yeah, let's look into this one. Yeah, not much of a start screen, but yeah, we got the demo mode here. They don't look they don't look as much like kids as they do midgets, to be honest with you. And I don't mean to be controversial or disparage midgets. I think they prefer to be called little people. So I apologize, little people. I feel the same way talking about little people as I do about referring to people as retarded. Even though retarded is a word in the dictionary, it means to I don't know, like recede or something. To retard something means to hold back, right? Anyway, that's not the conversation I'm trying to have here. This is arcade mode. We got training mode. We got versus mode, which is a great deal of fun. And yeah, at the beginning, I saw where it said this is brought to you by Q Sound, and I wanted to say real bad that it's made, brought to you by the same people who make Q-tips. Network mode, that is why it's called for matching service, which is basically online. Counter gem edit, you can make your own I guess, move set for the gems. It's kind of like your own grid and patterns. There's something to do with how you make combos and whatnot. So yeah, so there is a Showtime demo, which is, why would you want to play any demos? I guess if you don't have an idea on how the game is played, you would get a generalized idea. That is, if you don't want to read the manual or if you have an incomplete copy. Illustrations, let's see, is this just generalized artwork? Yes. That's cool. Yes, left and right trigger, and okay, you can go back with the left trigger. Let's see, how do you zoom? X and Y. That's cool. I always like it when they show off artwork and stuff like that. I think it's really neat. This might not be the way that you want to start a video. You might want to get right into the action, but I don't know. I like listening to music, and I like stuff like this. It's kind of cool. And yeah, just kind of just a little sampling. I think that was it. Yeah, you don't have that much, but that's cool. Options, I'm not going to worry about it. Let's just get right on into arcade mode. X, Y, and Z are both different, and we are going to explore all three. Normal's okay. I always pick Ryu because of, I don't know, I just do, you know? I just do. Best choice, I think. Alright. Yep, we just started. You try to make combos, so that's what I am working on at the moment. Trying to make combos. When things start making sense, it'll start making chains, and it's going to be intense. You could play a little bit too careful and end up not really accomplishing much at all. So you gotta kind of strike a balance. Kind of like how I'm doing these videos here lately. I've played My Trackman, right? And My Trackman was just abysmal, horrible. It just, I had to play a Japanese import that is redeeming, and that's why I'm playing this particular game. This is one of my favorite puzzle games. I love it. I feel like I need to start breaking blocks, so I don't know. So there's a balance in life, and that's what I'm trying to do with my games here. I need to strike a balance, so I don't know, I'm going from reviewing a horrible game from, going to that into reviewing a very good game. And that could be a bad thing because there's no balance. So, like, where's the middle of the road games, or the kind of good games, or the kind of bad games, you know what I mean? I made a 2-chain. Okay. Alright, well, I don't want to break this big block, but I need to start making a reaction to what Felicia's trying to do here. Yeah, let's just attack her just a little bit. Yeah, let's just break a chain here. At least do a little something. I might have won the game already. There you go, I made a little chain. It's, yeah. The diamond attacks all of the same colors that you land the diamond on, so that's what that's about. Yeah. This game is just, as you can see, awesome, addictive, great. Yeah, those little numbered pieces, they don't break until, the time's up on the timer. Okay. Did a little something.
I might be defeated, actually. I don't know. That might have just won the game for me. Yeah, what's she gonna do now? Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. She's holding up. Yeah. My little chains and combos are not that impressive. I thought I had something going on for starters, but in all actuality. Yeah, I need to kind of hold steadfast right here and see what I can do. This is not the outcome that I'm looking for. This is... I can't believe I won that. Look at how close that was. The top and bottom borders with the little cat design, it's covered up now, you can't see it. It makes me think of Cleopatra fortune because, you know, Egyptians with their cats, you know. Never understood what Chun-Li's little hair bun covers were all about, but hey, if that's what you want to do, Chun-Li, go for it, I guess. It's really easy to just go ahead and just keep going, but I want to show off different modes. It's kind of hard to put the controller down. This game is great. Let's do Y mode. Normal, I'm holding up pretty good, so let's just keep up a good thing. Maybe I should pick a different character just to do it. I'll be this guy. Why not? You can select with the X button. I think you can select with most of the buttons for character costume changes, a la Street Fighter. Something you can do easily in most Street Fighter games. Costume change by picking a different color. Alright. The music may or may not be familiar, but I believe this is a variation of a theme from a Street Fighter game. I'm not the most knowledgeable when it comes to Street Fighter. I just know that I really like Third Strike, and the original has always been kind of lost on me. I always tried to play as Blanca and stuff, and everybody knows that Chun-Li is probably the easiest move-set character, probably the easiest button mash character. Most people can play as Chun-Li and hold up pretty darn good. Alright. This is Y mode, and I don't know, I think there's just there's something that's blatantly different about it, but I guess it's just easier to make combos or something. I don't know, but this is Y mode. Oh, you have to make a chain of 3. As you can see, I just did, so that's cool. You can make a chain of 3 in diagonal or straight. As long as you make a chain of 3, it is all good, my friend. There you go, I made a good chain. Oh, look, man, it's this stuff unlocking. That's cool, man. I'm digging it. Y mode is just as fun as X mode. I guess they didn't really know what kind of game they were going for, so they were just like, oh, well, we'll just include a bunch of different modes, which kind of turns out for the better. I love it. This is just good, wholesome, awesome puzzle goodness. It's just... It has the charm and character because of the sprites and stuff. I love puzzle games where you get to see a character just make reactions and stuff. Who doesn't? It's awesome. I want to see if I can win this round. Y mode. I think you already know what I'm going to rate this because I'm making it a point to play something good. This is a direct reaction to My Trackman. I am absolutely spiritually tired of whatever My Trackman did to me. My Trackman is it's not a horrible game. It's just that it's online reliant at a time where it was like the dawn of online games, and you just have to be online to play it, and they've been long dead since 2001, like October 2001 at 5 p.m. or something. It's crazy. How about we both do ourselves a favor and refuse to even mention my Trackman ever again? That would be spiritually healing. That would be something. Let's just lay that down to see if it does anything. Well, that was Y mode for you. Now, let's see what happens when the continue bar depletes. Let's just see what happens. What's that guy's name? Like Durango or DeLorean? I'm not familiar with that guy as much as some of the other fighting people. A game over screen is to be expected, but do they want me to put in my initials or something? Did not do good enough for that, but we're going to check out the, what is it, Z-Mode? Z-Mode squad here. I suppose this game is not going to be too terribly long, but I did want to make it a point to show all three modes. As you can imagine, multiplayer is just, you know, you play on one side, the friend plays on the other. Playing in person totally beats online games. I would rather be with someone in person. I grew up that way, and that's my preference. There's just something very bubbly about this game. It just has a very innocent, approachable, vibrant, and colorful vibe. I love it. Oh, this one, you just rotate. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. So this is Z mode, which is just as fun. I like to toggle the modes, see what I can do, making chains and whatnot. Yeah, let's just do this to get rid of some of them yellows. I'm on the left, obviously. Okay. Let's just move this yellow down. Okay. Yeah, break some of that yellow. Let's bring some of that red up. And that, okay, well, I'm not taking care of underlying issues. I'm taking care of the symptoms and not the problems. Which is what you gotta do in life. Just take care of the... Make preventative measures is basically what I'm trying to say. I wanted to make a big old green block. Yeah. Like a big old green block. I don't want to ruin what I got going on. I got something really awesome happening here. This might not. Oh, that just killed me. I'm gonna. Oh man. Once I'm gonna be able to break green, it's gonna be an amazing thing. But until then, I might not even have a then, you know? Just like real life, you never know. It's like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're gonna get. So you never know when things are going to, you know, you're never gonna know how you're gonna die or when you're gonna die. So you might as well do things when you can. Don't squander your opportunities, you know? This is not kosher. This is a kosher dill pickle and it's not working. Come on, guys. No. Well, that's Z mode for you. Yeah, what else about this game is cool? You have the demos, like I said, illustrations, options, counter gem edit. You can, you know, pretty much like make your own like combos or something. Like when you, let's see what just happens when I do that. Did that save it? I'm not sure, but there's something to do with that counter gem edit where you can make combos or something, or like something to do when you're making chains when other characters are trying to attack you, or you make combos and the pieces drop. They drop in a certain pattern, and that counter gem edit is that unique pattern that you make in order to, you know, be a subterfuge. You're trying to undermine the other players' tactics. So if you have some sort of tactic and your friend has a different tactic, you can nerd out and just get crazy about this. But I love this game. This game deserves an absolute 10 out of 10, hands down. It's amazing. I love Super Puzzle Fighter 2X for matching service, and I recommend you burning it or buying it or just having it for collector's reasons or anything. This is a must-have for any Dreamcast owner, I believe. And I appreciate you, dear watcher and subscriber and whatever. Thank you. I appreciate you watching, and have a good one.
だからやるな。